Good morning all. Let us discuss glucose tolerance test. Glucose tolerance means the ability of the body to utilize glucose in blood circulation. Here, the blood glucose level is measured before and after a specific amount of glucose is given. This test provides a standard method for evaluating individuals and it sets specific values for normal and diseased. Uses. The test is used to assist in diagnosis of diabetes mellitus. This test is used in evaluation of patients of hypoglycemia. Indications. In patients with transient or sustained glycosuria, that is, in urine there is glucose sometimes or at all the times, who have no clinical symptoms of diabetes, that is no polyphagia, no polyuria, no polydipsia, with a normal fasting blood sugar and normal postprandial blood sugar. Second, in patients with symptoms of diabetes but with no glycosuria and normal fasting blood glucose. During pregnancy, excessive weight gain is noticed with a past history of big baby. Baby weight more than 4 kg. In persons with a strong family history of diabetes but no overt symptoms. And fifth is to rule out benign renal glycosuria. Contraindications. In proven cases of diabetes mellitus, the test is not required. GTT is required only in doubtful cases. It is not recommended for follow-up of patients. In patients with serious concurrent infection or endocrine disorders, this test is not done because glucose intolerance will be observed even though these patients may not be diabetic. Interfering factors: smoking, stress, exercise during the test, fasting or reduced caloric intake before the glucose tolerance test, and drugs. These all interfere with the results of the glucose tolerance test. Types of glucose tolerance test. Standard oral glucose tolerance test, which is known as OGTT, IV glucose tolerance test, and mini glucose tolerance test. Patient preparation. First of all, explain the whole procedure to the patient, whether you are doing a OGTT, IVGTT or mini GTT. First of all, explain the procedure to the patient. Then educate the patient to take adequate carbohydrate intake, minimum of 150 gram diet for 3 days prior to the test. Patient should avoid drugs like corticosteroid, hypoglycemics for at least 2 days prior to the test. Instruct the patient to fast for 12 hours prior to the test. Procedure for OGTT, that is oral glucose tolerance test. At about 8 am in the morning, blood and urine samples are collected. This is zero sample or fasting sample. Now administer 75 gram of oral glucose for non-pregnant and 100 gram for pregnant patient. In pediatric patient, 1.75 gram per kg glucose is given. Ask to drink slowly. Tell them not to eat anything in between the test. Collect blood and urine sample every half hourly for next 2.5 hours. And tobacco and smoking is not allowed during the test. Decreased glucose tolerance. These are the results. Decreased glucose tolerance is seen in diabetes mellitus, in hyperactivity of anterior pituitary and adrenal cortex, and in hyperthyroidism. Whereas increased glucose tolerance is seen in hypopituitarism, hyperinsulinism, hypothyroidism, adrenal cortical hypofunction such as Addison's disease, and in decreased absorption like sprue or celiac disease. Normal glucose tolerance test. Normally, there is a rapid insulin rise following a glucose load. The response peaks in 30 to 60 minutes and returns to normal in 3 hours. Patients with appropriate insulin response are able to tolerate the dose easily. There is only minimal and transient rise in glucose levels within 1 to 2 hours following ingestion, and glucose will not appear in urine in normal persons. This is the graph of a normal glucose tolerance test. Rise, fasting level, then half hourly the samples of both blood and urine are taken, and it comes to near normal within 2.5 hours. Normal GTT, fasting glucose is less than 115 mg per dl. Postprandial, that is 2 hours after the intake, is less than 144.40 mg per dl, and no value of all the 6 samples, no value is more than 200 mg per dl. Diabetic GTT, fasting glucose value will be more than 115 mg per dl. Postprandial and one another value should be more than 200 mg per dl. This includes diabetic GTT includes both a moderately diabetic and a severely diabetic curves. These are the graphs of moderate diabetic and severely diabetic curve. You can see that the fasting sample is near normal or is lower in a moderate diabetic curve, whereas the fasting sample is more than 200 in severe diabetic curve. The rise there is a rise in moderate diabetic curve of the blood sugar level more than 200, and it again reaches back to normal up to within 1-2.5 hours, and there is +2 urine sugar, whereas in case of severe diabetic there is +3 sugar in urine, and it reaches to a high level, that is it does not come back to normal even after 2.5 hours. Renal glycosuria. Blood glucose levels are within the normal limits, but urine glucose is positive. Glucose tolerance curve is normal. Thus, glucose is found in some samples depending upon the renal threshold. There is lowering of renal threshold due to renal tubular defect in glucose absorption. GTT is also useful in the diagnosis of this inherited renal tubular defect. Causes of renal glycosuria: early diabetes mellitus, pregnancy, renal disease, heavy metal poisoning, deficiency of carrier protein SGLT2. Renal glycosuria can also be observed in children of diabetic patients. So this is the graph of renal glycosuria. You can see that the blood glucose sample, the value is not so high, right? But in urine, the sugar is always present. That is renal glycosuria. In elementary glycosuria, glucose appears in urine and sharp rise in blood glucose level after ingestion of high carbohydrate diet. This occurs in normal individual and in patients with mild diabetes mellitus. Urine sugar is present like renal glycosuria and elementary glycosuria, but along with that there is a sharp rise in blood glucose level also, which does not occur in renal glycosuria. This be a normal curve or it may be a mild diabetic patient with only one value high. Lag curve. Fasting blood glucose is normal. Sharp rise within 30 minutes to 1 hour, and blood glucose levels exceeds the renal threshold. The decline is rapid and the normal values are attained back. Some of the urine samples contain glucose where the blood glucose is above the renal threshold. This is due to an increased rate of glucose absorption from the gut, sometimes in hyperthyroid. The increase in blood glucose is due to delay in insulin action. Insulin function is lagging behind, hence called lag curve. The causes of lag curve: hyperthyroidism, pregnancy, after gastroenterostomy, and in early diabetes mellitus also this may be seen. IV glucose tolerance test. This test is undertaken for patients with malabsorption. Under these conditions, oral glucose load is not well absorbed and the result of oral glucose tolerance test becomes inconclusive. The values for IV GT test differ slightly from those of oral GT. test because IV glucose is absorbed faster. So what is the procedure? IV glucose tolerance test is carried out by giving 25 gram of glucose dissolved in 100 ml intravenous injection within 5 minutes. Completion of infusion is taken as 0 time. Blood samples are taken at 10 minutes intervals for next 1 hour, and the peak value is reached within a few minutes, and the value touches to near normal in 45 to 60 minutes. Interpretations. In normal individual, blood glucose level returns to normal within 60 minutes. In diabetes mellitus, decline is slow and the initial values are attained in 120 minutes. So it becomes normal after 120 minutes. Mini GTT. As per current WHO recommendation, in the mini or modern glucose tolerance test, only two samples are collected: fasting, which is 0 hour, and 2 hour post glucose load. Urine samples are also collected during the same time, and the diagnosis is made from the various observations in the results. So this is all about glucose tolerance test, oral GTT, what are its indications and what are its contraindications, what are the procedures for oral GTT and what are the results, right? Then we take IV GTT specifically for malabsorption syndrome, and mini GTT is done when only two samples are taken, right? This is glucose tolerance test. Thank you.